7 million years ago, the world was a furnace. The trees were dying. The rivers were vanishing. And in the shadow of giants, saber-toothed cats, monstrous hyenas, snakes that could swallow a child whole. One desperate creature made a choice. It let go of the branch's star. Not because it was strong. Because it was out of options. 2 legs, instead of 4. A spine, straight with defiance. A brain that whispered, fight. Survive, asterisk they didn't know, they were inventing us. They only knew this, if they fell, we'd never rise. The planet was changing. The forests that fed them were turning to ash. The rivers that quenched their thirst were drying into cracks. And the beasts? They were adapting. The lions grew faster. The hyenas grew bolder. The snakes grew deadlier. Our ancestors had 2 choices, die where they stood, or walk into the unknown. So they walked. Not on 4 legs, like the animals. On 2. Upright. Exposed. Vulnerable. But for the first time in history, they could see the horizon. And the horizon was war. They weren't predators. They were scavengers. Stealing kills from lions. Cracking bones for marrow. Eating what the vultures left behind. But hunger makes thieves brave. And thieves become hunters. They learned the weak points. The eyes. The throat. The tendons. They didn't have claws. So they made weapons. They didn't have fangs. So they used fire, star. And when the beasts turned on them, they did something no animal had ever done before, they fought back. Not as individuals. As a pack. Fire was a thief. It stole the night. Stole the cold. Stole the terror of things that lurked in the dark. The first time, they held it, without dying. The world changed. No more shivering through black winters. No more raw meat, crawling with maggots. No more darkness, so thick it pressed on their chests, like a grave. Fire was a lie, they told the wild, you don't own us, anymore. And for the first time in history, they slept, without fear. Alone, they were met. Together. They were unstoppable, star. The first word wasn't I. It was us. A point. A gesture. A shared glance, that meant, you watch the river. I'll watch the trees. The weak were carried. The hungry were fed. The dead were buried. This wasn't kindness. It was survival. A pack of humans could outlast a pack of wolves. Could starve a lion into retreat. Could turn a cave into a fortress. And when the storms came, when the beasts closed in, they didn't scatter. They stood. They didn't have claws. So they made knives. They didn't have fangs. So they forged spears. They didn't have armor. So they built shelter. Every cut. Every spark. Every shared meal was a defiance star. They were rewriting the rules. And the world? The world had no idea what was coming. 7 million years ago, they made a choice, stand, or disappear. They chose the pain of 2 feet over the ease of 4. The risk of fire over the safety of darkness. The burden of memory over the peace of forgetfulness. We still make that choice. Every time we build, instead of surrender. Every time we share, instead of hoard. Every time we stand, when the world tells us to kneel. They didn't know, asterisk, they were saving us. But they did. And every step we take is because they never stopped walking.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.